Underdog Daily with the BadgeBros, Jon and Nez here, hanging out on the platform of the people. Black and Yellow Dog app, Underdog Fantasy. We got a loaded NBA slate, 10-game NBA slate with some back-to-backs, massive Q tags to parse through right now. And the one thing I gotta say off the hop right now is apologies. Apologies today is no longer going to be a triple header. It's only going to be a double header, but still proud of the work in which we've been putting in this week. That'll be 9 Underdog shows, Badge Bros shows this week on our page there. If you guys are not members, please do consider signing up because Nez is going to be going live with No Strip Nez Dinger stuff this evening. We've had NBA behind the paywall. We've had 3 Dinger shows after this evening behind the paywall. And then we've had a football show yesterday. We're covering all the bases on the platform today, or this week rather, and it's been a lot of fun, Nez. There we go.
Yeah, man, we're getting after it for sure. I mean, the memberships just continue to grow, which like is crazy to me. I just feel like we're getting propped up and inflated numbers by our own member giftings from ourselves. Don't tell the IRS about that hack that we found. But yeah, no. So I've been just feeling compelled to find a way to do a little bit more, and yeah, I think it's been pretty successful, and I'm glad everybody's loving it. Glad they're not sick of us.
Yeah, no, likewise, man. It's been great. A couple other things I wanted to hit on. The growth of Dinger season right now, very cool to see. Lots of other people jumping in the streaming market and jumping in the MLB streaming. I really enjoy that too, going alongside community there. Like it's been great to see.
Yeah, dude, I mean, when you put $1 million up for the Dinger, gonna
Yeah.
get some new people into the streets, and it's good for the contest. And I just it's so like not true, but it's true for me that I think tracking baseball dailies is how you can really see like where the site is going.
Gotcha.
And I can't wait to see where baseball dailies are at this year, because I would love to be shocked and surprised at like what we can do during baseball season for dailies.
It has been a really good barometer. You're right about that, because over the course of the last couple of years, the prize pools have grown so significantly for everything. But it's easiest to track in baseball because there's nothing else going on the platform at the time in which you're drafting baseball dailies, and you're seeing a sport that was probably 3rd or 4th on the depth chart for people's enjoyment to draft now creeping up, and that's got me bullish in every regard.
Yeah, so I'm excited. I'm always excited for baseball dailies, but it should be cool. Let me go grab the dog while you continue.
Okay, sounds good, man. Get some questions in the chat here. I'm looking for the number right now. How many members are we at right now? Yeah, Badge Bro, stock to the moon. All thanks to you guys. Yeah, I mean, this has been a lot of fun for us. I am looking for the official number right now. I think 480, something like that. 480, something like that. Members. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, very cool.
All right.
Yeah.
Check us out.
There you go. Yeah, Clay saying that baseball's about to have a massive year across all sports. I really hope so. I mean, it's one of our favorites to talk about for sure. I don't know. Speaking about having massive years, I don't know. Have you been following along with this Billy Betts AI that Clay's been part of here?
Man, it's the year of Clay, dude. I mean,
it's the year of Clay.
He's
making
major moves.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got golf influencers on speed dial, and he's doing Billy Betts stuff. Very cool. Nez, my friend, did we have any success in the hoop streets last night?
Yeah, big success. I broke even.
Oh, that's good compared to the Zinger slate. That is big success.
Yeah, huge success. I kind of put it behind me already. I can't remember what was like the biggest pain in my ass yesterday, but I did put it behind me, and yeah, I'll double check. But I just know that last night was incredibly tilting. But we did break even thanks to my good friend, the crossover.
Oh, nice. Okay, beautiful. Yeah, well done on the break even situation. I was not so fortunate, but did not play as
Oh, I forgot. Sorry, it's
what?
Steph Curry night. No fucking
Yeah,
wonder.
yeah, that's what I was about to say. I was getting there. Yeah, the reason
Sorry,
and
I
why a
just, I
lot of the
just
projection bros did not get there was Steph Curry dropped 56 against the Magic there in a game that was supposed to play to the lowly Magic totals, usually played to like a 240 ish there. So yeah, Steph Curry night was not something I was anticipating there, but pretty awesome. Yeah, this is great. Steph Curry and Butler scored 61.
it's a great it's a great rep there from our guy.
Speaking of the strength and growth of community, our guy Best Ball Viper dropping in here 20 gifted Badge Bros memberships. Much love, brother. Appreciate that so much. Looking forward to seeing you in Slam Diego. I don't know if you saw this, Nez. I was a major critique last year of the Caleb Williams baseball swings. Uh,
Yeah.
Best Ball Viper was swinging it in the cage, and he posted it on Twitter. If you guys haven't seen,
What are we gonna? I've seen
real
it.
life, yeah, real life breakdowns. He's still swinging it. Love it, man. Um, okay, let's go to last night here. Nez, I know you want to gloss over it, and by the sounds of it, most people in the chat do as well. Your boy only got 19 in. We had a little bit of a staycation last night. Did a little spa retreat thingy. Feeling a little bit refreshed today, but yeah, see Barrentos. Barrento? It's like yeah, I'm going with Firento. Ferrento? C Ferrento 94. What do you think about that?
I don't know where that N came from in Ferrento, but
Oh,
tell you
there's
what,
no
man.
N.
There is not.
Burrito.
It's
Burrito.
yeah. Frito Lay here
Burrito.
takes
There you
down
go.
10K. You know, you got to be happy when an angel gets their wings, when a player gets their badge off of 10K. So
Mm.
good for this guy. And if you're here, if you're watching with us, if you won 10K and you're looking for where on the internet you were going to get your flowers, if you're in here, say what's up, and also tell us how to say your name if you manage to find us, Mister Frito Lay here.
Yeah, man. It a very cromulent, intelligent lineup here. Devin Booker popped off there as well in that Pels matchup. He was the son you needed. I know a lot of people were getting to Bull in the last round there. Once Beal was ruled out, Tyus Jones had a nice handling role last night. Had 11 dimes or 12 dimes, something like that. But the three first rounders, don't let it be known, Nez, that the number one losing first round pick over the course of the season this year has been LeBron James. Don't tell anybody that, because as of late, he has been cooking and he has been winning people some slates here. So we got the LeBron, Steph, Booker, and then you get the two Hornets pieces that were in a decent matchup against Dallas there. Actually, it was crazy. Moses Brown started at the 5 last night, kind of like out of nowhere from the top ropes for Dallas. Played 30 minutes, had a double and 5 stocks. Pretty crazy play. That turned out like Stone Cold Chalk on Redacted kind of thing. And then, yeah, those obviously aged well with LaMelo being out and were ADP fallers. And then there's Kyle Kuzma, who was a very palatable 6th round pick there. Yeah, well done, eh?
Yeah, nice team. Wish I would have had it.
Yeah, likewise there. Okay, dude, let's move into today's slate. Yes, Justin, yes, some of us are just built
Justin.
different. Some of us are just
the life
built
of
different.
Mr. Hardo up here, taking a spa retreat on a Thursday night. John's hands look like this, so they can look like spa treated
Hey,
after. I mean, just
in
unbelievable stuff,
in
dude.
in my defense, I've had a little bit of health stuff going on recently here, Nez, and I got to build up the strength in that knee. I had to get the body taken care of. It's a hard grind out here, putting 9 shows out for the people. All right.
9 shows, 9 games on the ice. They got to get you back out there, man. They're missing you, I'm sure.
Oh man, yeah, I actually missed one last night to spall it up. Okay, Nez, the story of this slate is 10 games, all these crazy Q tags. The reason in which the set the screen show is no longer free today is because they're not even running it, because they have 14 sets of conditional projections right now that they're working through, parsing through for us to use for this game and for the pick'em stuff there. So that just speaks volumes to how many moving pieces there are to this slate right now. This slate could break in a number of ways, and it starts with the late night hammer, the late nationally televised game, the 10th game on the slate there with the Lakers, both Luka and LeBron, second night of a back-to-back with Q tags there. And then we got the Karl Anthony Towns one that he did not play through last time out here against Memphis. And then there is a whole bunch of other ones that we will get to. But let's start with the top end of the board here. Luka and Braun, any leans on the situation, any reads on the situations? How are we treating it in draft rooms right now?
Yeah, this is one that's a huge headache, huge headache right now. I would say LeBron more likely to play than Luka. I
Okay.
do think one of these guys plays. I don't know who it is, but I think one of these guys plays.
Okay. Um, I was looking back at the timing of stuff. It was interesting that just like I don't know if it was when the tweets went out or just if when reports were submitted that they instantly ruled Luca Q tag last night, like basically right after the ball game ended, and then the LeBron one was listed on the official injury report when that went live. So or after the fact rather, still not on the official injury report. I don't know if the timing of that has any influence on you or if you even noticed that or if that was me being too like buried in the time of just when some tweets came out.
No, I think it might have been just because like Luca, I think made a comment that
Oh, okay.
he's essentially basically labeled himself questionable.
Got it.
Sort of
Cool.
how what I took away from that.
Okay. Very interesting. Okay, cool. Um yeah, all right. We'll talk through that more when we get to Lakers Clippers there. It's also not the best spot in the world, man. Clippers at full right now is pretty tough defensively and pretty paced down.
Yeah, it's not an awesome spot by any means.
Okay.
So it's definitely max one first round Laker for me.
Okay, cool. Um Karl Anthony Towns, dude, with the Q tag here, was unable to play through it last time out here. We get a pace up spot against Memphis, though Memphis is a very good defensive team. As you guys can see, that night off game was against the Sixers. That was the slate we covered on Wednesday, I believe, there, where he would, sometimes go at pick 3 and sometimes he would go at pick 11 or 12. A very similar dynamic in today's drafts I was seeing this morning. Some people taking him in that 4, 5, 6 range and pushing him up over the Lakers guys, and then other people letting him fall all the way back to like 9 or 10. So, how you been treating Cat this evening, and do you have a lean?
I think Cat. I hope Cat plays. I kind of think he plays. I'm taking a lot of Karl Anthony Towns today. Um, we're getting like just the most Tibbs ass rotations of all time lately with these Knicks, and against the Grizzlies, like I'm taking Cat super early in these drafts. So I'm
Okay.
gonna have a ton of Karl Anthony Towns today, like
Where
a
did you
ton.
have him? Where do you have him ranked right now for your runs?
Well, man, I did have him ahead of Tatum, but
Oh wow. Okay, so you had him at 4.
but then the Zinger Q tag came out. and I think
Mhm.
Tatum over Towns is fine. But like, I want all the Karl Anthony Towns. I just think he plays. So
Okay,
I want
cool.
him to play because if he plays in this spot, it's gonna be crazy.
Okay. Just in the push-pull dynamic of the Knicks scenario, they do also have Q tags on Mitchell Robinson and Josh Hart. Mitchell Robinson could be making his debut. I mean, I don't think he fully matters in terms of like our fantasy game or something, but just another, I don't know. What do you think? First time out, 10, 15, something like that minutes, like that
Yeah.
that definitely just affects the five rotation. I don't know if it comes at the expense of Towns in any regard, like if they play like a second
I don't
unit
think
without
so.
Towns on the floor, or if they play beside each other. Like, what do you think?
Yeah, I think like 18 minutes max for
Okay.
Mitchell Robinson for until the playoffs.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good take right there. We got the probable tag on Trey Young for the Achilles thing that we get every single time out. Should be safe to play through that one. I do just want to put it on people's radars here that we're dealing with a Joker slate. It is Nuggets back to back, and Nuggets still have not submitted their injury report. Hopefully they do in 10 minutes time here, but it is Nuggets, Pels, Suns, Timberwolves, and Lakers all on the back to back, and they have all not officially filed. So there still could be some funny business with Q tags and stuff like that because we were not going to know the status of Bradley Beal, for instance. We've been dealing with probable tags nonstop for the Nuggets guys associated with like auxiliary guys, not including Joker. So there's a whole lot of stuff to that could change in the future here. Obviously, T Wolves have Ant out right now after being ejected last night and is suspended. So as long as there's no appeal or anything funky there, that one could be in play as well. Anyways, just kind of putting it all out there before we hit on some of these last Q tags. Nez, we got Chet who broke the slate the other night. We got Zion who played decently last night, but second night back to back, as alluded, and then Scotty Barnes who did not play through a back to back Q tag last time out. How are you reading these situations and where are you drafting them?
Uh, Chet, I think sits pretty assuredly.
Okay.
I'd be shocked if Zion plays after Zion played 30 minutes for the first time, and I think his career last night. So I would definitely bet on Zion sitting. But six
Yeah.
round Zion, I mean, I'll wish on a star and take 6 round Zion and swap. Even
Yeah.
though you're going
30
to be
minute.
like eighth in line, but when you are swapping there, but it doesn't matter.
30-minute triple double there. I'm sorry, I guess I misspoke. Everyone saying that there is an official filing from the Nuggets now. I am now looking at that and seeing that nothing funky there, just the Jamal probable tag and the Aaron Gordon Q tag that we've been dealing with a little bit. Aaron Gordon still a little light on some of those back to backs, but had been playing in recent memory. Yes, in lockstep with you there, Nez, on both the Chet and the Zion stuff, especially given their checkered pass there. I do think if I could pick one of those two that's more likely to play, I guess I would lean in the direction of Chet. And I think you'd be in agreement there.
Yeah. I still think late Q tag, the injury Chet came back from, I would be shocked if Chet
Mm-hmm.
plays.
Yeah. Good call, dude. Scotty Bolway, aka Scotty Barnes, did not play through last time there. Been playing that strong 33, 37, 35 last couple times. Gets what looks like a quote unquote smash spot on paper versus Chicago here. Does Scotty Barnes have it in him this evening to play?
He's a pretty good pick, man. I'm not really too concerned about having to swap fourth, fifth round Scotty Barnes. Like I
Okay,
said, you're probably going to be fourth in line to swap, but the
sure.
slate is so deep that like it's worth it because Scotty Barnes against the Bulls here, if he's
Mhm.
in, you're getting insane value with a pretty sick ceiling.
Let's cover that for a half second there. You say might be fourth in line to swap. There's a non-zero chance we don't get Lakers out tags prior to tip. There the last game on the slate. They're 3 hours later than everybody else. So there is a path to, even if Scotty doesn't play and there's only 2 ADP guys in front of him who would potentially swap if Cat ends up playing. So Cat ends up playing.
Yeah.
The 2 Lakers guys carry the Qs with them, and then Chet and Zion are ruled out. And there's a non-zero chance that Chet and Zion fall in your draft rooms behind Scotty Bolway, that you could end up with first swap priority with Scotty, even as a 4th or 5th round pick.
Yep. Yeah. Even more reason to take him. Even though
Yeah.
I do think that we're going to get Laker news, but you're not wrong that it could be a game time decision for both those guys.
Yeah, it could be like just slightly after tip or whatever because they're in a position to delay. Okay, cool. Josh Hart with the Q tag, a push-pull dynamic with him and Cat. Obviously, this is a good pace-up spot versus Memphis, but Memphis is very good defensively as well. So there is a little, there's a little weird dynamic there where it's like we love playing people against the Grizz, but we also have to be mindful that the Grizz are really good on defense there. So that's just something to think through there. Oh, this is a good one to bring up. Jimmy saying that Rui won't play. Rui did get hurt last night, and I think the sentiment around the league and everything I was reading on Twitter and stuff like that is the fact that Rui won't play tonight. So just factoring that into some of the Q tags with Braun and Luka's potential availability there. Thoughts on Josh Hart and Bam, who did play through the Q tag last time out. I guess it was Wednesday slate, and drove people crazy by doing so.
Yeah, that was wild. Didn't do anything really when he did play through that. Bam at pick 30 is a great pick with the Q tag. Mm-hmm. Just straight up, just projects much better than that ADP. And Josh Hart, same thing goes for Josh Hart. And I think Josh Hart's way more likely to play. So I'm gonna have a ton of Josh Hart. I'm gonna have a ton of both these guys. Active Josh Hart, no Q tag, probably goes for me like 22, 21-ish.
Okay.
But I think ADP is all sorts of fucked up right now. So
yeah,
it doesn't really mean anything based on what you're seeing in this order.
Yeah, it's really hard with the Q tags right now on who you should be propping up and pulling down based on certain situations, right? Like this is it's a very, very tough slate right now, and just dodging Q tags isn't necessarily optimal because there are definitely some they're going to play, and just jamming Q tags not necessarily optimal today either, because there are definitely some pieces that are going to project higher and better than are currently going at ADP that do not have the Q tags, a la Naz Reid, for instance, or something like that. I'll ask you the question here, Nez. If you knew right now Zion is out, Scotty is in, and both of these players, Bam and Hart, are in, okay? This is the hypothetical scenario we're running. So these 3 players are in, and Zion is out. How would you rank? Oh, and Chet is out. How would you rank this big clump of Trey Murphy, Naz Reid, J-Dub with Chet out, and then the 3 Q tags? How would you rank this big clump?
Naz Reid 1.
I agree with you.
Josh Hart, Trey Murphy, J-Dub.
Okay. Scotty Bolway.
Let's go Scotty over Trey, actually.
Yeah, I think Scotty would push up.
And I would probably I would maybe do Scotty over Josh Hart as well.
Scotty over Josh Hart as well.
Okay. And then that would be my move.
Yeah, I really like this exercise because I do think this is the area of the board in which you win today in a big, big way. Whether you predict the Q tags correctly or whether you just get CLV on this tier, this really stands out to me as a lot of good plays in this condensed area that you need to get right today. There's plenty of scrolls and there's plenty of back end pieces that you can get to, but the guys that are going every single draft that fall into this tier of who you want to be overweight on, this looks pretty good to me, Nez. I think I think you and I are pretty much in lockstep of how we would rank this one out. I might have Trey Murphy over Josh Hart if Cat is in, but if Cat is out, that Josh Hart could age even better.
Yeah. Dude, what in the hell is so? I'm just confused right now. I'm checking up my teams right now. Like, I'm
Sure.
doing a bunch of auto drafting. I, I thought I had a pretty bullish rank on Nas Reed.
Uh-huh.
And I don't think I have any of them in the layup line. Like I'm just like autoing the
Oh.
layup line. I'm like, all right, cool. Got a nice strong rank on Nas Reed. I should get a ton of them here. I got no Nas Reed in 42 layup lines, and
Whoa.
I
Where
had
did
a
you sorry,
very
where did you rank him?
like 15.
Wow. No Nas Reed at 15. So his ADP is 24 right now, and that's clearly fake. People are jamming Nas Reed tonight with potentially, well, almost undoubtedly, no Anthony Edwards, though I do leave the light on for something crazy to happen there with like
He's
a
out,
appeal or
man.
something like that. Okay. He's out. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
And
there's
then
nothing to appeal.
okay. Dante DiVincenzo on the back to back there. I guess let's just talk about T Wolves for a second. We'll do it when we get to the game by game and that sort of thing. But just because we're on the topic of Nas Reed right now, like Jaden McDaniels has been my favorite click in the last round so far. We could get Rudy with the Q tag coming back this evening. Shannon's been playing a good amount. Connolly could come back this evening as well. And then Dante DiVincenzo, I don't expect to play on the second night of the back to back, first game back kind of thing. But yeah, do you have a different read on this scenario here?
No, I don't. I don't think Dante DiVincenzo is going to play either.
Okay.
Nas and Jaden McDaniels are just fantastic clicks.
Okay. Yeah. Do you want to have an opportunity to re-rank that previous tier, Nez?
I still feel pretty decent about how I had that tier.
Okay. Now what if I tell you that Zion Williamson, CJ McCollum, and Brandon Boston just got ruled out? Do you want to
I
push
kind
up
of
Trey
had that in
Murphy?
mind.
Okay. So
Not
you were
really.
playing it that
No.
way anyways. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. Sounds good to me. Yeah, Jose Alvarado season in the last round as a 6th round click could be kind of nice there. Um, yeah. All right.
Even still, dude, Jose Alvarado is still like 6, 7 players behind player 36 for me right now. Like,
Okay.
there's so many draftable pieces on this slate. It's crazy.
Yeah. No, absolutely for sure. Right now it is pretty wild out here. Let's have the Boston conversation with these back end Q tags, and then we can have the Beal. Um, yeah. Okay, cool. All right, last Q tags on the slate here. The Boston conversation. Zinger. Obviously, we know the situation from whatever slate that was, Monday or Tuesday, where he ends up, he's in the lineup, then he doesn't play, then he gets ruled out for an illness. He gets saved for the second night of the back to back. Then he only plays 20 some odd minutes. They wave the white flag against Detroit early with like 6 minutes left in that game, down 15. Yeah, the other push pull, and now he has a Q tag midday with illness tag again there. The other push pull dynamic is Jaylen Brown on this situation has a Q tag in which he participated in shoot around, so got a conditional boost right now from the unabated guys. Thoughts on that scenario? I guess it's important for me to also mention that Drew Holiday has already been ruled out as well. So just thoughts on the Boston situation.
I I kind of think one of two things has to be true.
Okay.
Zinger and JB both play,
Okay.
or Celtics or Cavs money line if you are in that state NFA is like the best wager of all time
Okay.
because Celtics. I don't even think Celtics full health at home should be favored against this current Cavaliers team. I just do not think they should be.
Okay.
I'm like
Yeah.
0 for 11 in my last 11 spread calls, but I just
Nice.
think that it like something's not adding up. So either Zinger still plays with this Q tag because I don't think if you take I think if Porzingis sits, there's no
Mhm.
way that stays favored. Something's got
Yeah.
to give. Something's got to give here. With Drew Holiday out too, you're still favored. Something's got to
Yeah.
give.
Okay. Yeah, well said there. Couple things. Everyone's talking about the Pell stuff in the chat. Yeah, we definitely just hit on that a little bit. This is an interesting little one from Ghost AF, because we obviously haven't had the submission from the Suns yet, that there could be some funky business for one of Booker or Durant now that the Pels have kind of ruled out everybody. The Suns need wins though. The Suns are like, we're getting to that point in the calendar, guys, where in October, I would have fully agreed with you, like, yeah, this looks like a good spot, second night of a back-to-back to get a rest spot for one of your stars and still win the ball game kind of thing. Tonight, it's a little more, I'm not disagreeing at all because I do think there is potentially a Q tag coming here, and Beal coming back into the lineup is enough for them to be like, okay, we're going to win this ball game with Beal coming back in this evening, and we'll put a Q tag on one of our stars this evening or put an out tag on them. But it's like, I don't know. Like, I just leave the light on for some of these teams that are like 10th, 11th, like place in their division to play through some stuff to ensure they kind of start vaulting standings.
Yeah, I would not use that sort of like opposing logic in this part of the season. I agree with you.
Yeah. It's too late for the Suns. I did see this quote Zakarian was talking about there, where they were basically saying that Booker's too loud in the huddle. Coach needs to be heard more in the huddle than Booker or something like this. JGAM evergreen reminder. Yes, Jaylen Brown is a very nice 6th round pick right now, but citing PRA as to why he is, just be mindful of that being a little bit of a hedged number early in the day here without fully understanding where the injury report stuff is going to trickle down from with like Q tags and stuff like that. But yes, 34.5 in the last round is very nice to find. Okay, Nez, anything else to say on the Bane situation, the potential Beal coming back tonight after missing last night, and or Wiggins and Norm Powell, how they would impact those games and rotations?
Starting with Beal.
Yeah.
Yeah. I honestly think Beal is a true 50-50. I mean, he's
Okay.
had an injury history, and they were just like playing him more minutes than he's ever used to this week. So I think he might actually be sitting out this game as well,
Okay.
especially with the Pelicans playing their D squad. There's a chance that we're not going to see Beal tonight, and I would probably anticipate no Beal tonight. And it's a huge slate, so there's really no need to have to sweat that one out just yet. Wiggins is definitely interesting because he's been playing big minutes as well. He has been playing well, but I'm not so sure that he's a factor for us in the 6th round anyhow.
Mhm.
So I'm probably just like ignoring the Wiggins stuff at the moment. Norm is another one that's like outside of my player pool, but just because I love Norm Powell and he's been out for a while, I really hope that he's okay and can get back on the court soon because they need him. They definitely need
Yeah.
him. Like
Yeah.
they're clearly a worse team without Norm Powell. Like I'll
Oh.
use big words and say like significantly worse without Norm Powell. Like dude, since he's been out, they've been playing like shit.
Mhm.
It's been kind of eye opening.
Yeah, they played a close game against Chicago the other night that was at Chicago that shouldn't have been that close. It was the night in which we were sweating the Chris Dunn lower there. But it is just interesting to see in terms of like secondary off ball scoring who can create your own shot. There's not a ton of it. And like Harden basically was doing nothing in the first half. He had like 2 points And then in the third quarter, when the team was losing and it was like, dude, just go get yours. And he just jacked up like 8 or 9 threes, and then it was like all of a sudden he had 20 in the quarter. They do really need some Norm Powell scoring because like as amazing as Kawhi is and amazing as he is, like he didn't even get closing time last game out because they're like kind of still soft capping him, right? Like he got played the fourth till like about the 4 or 5 minute mark, and it was like a 5 point game, and then he didn't play the rest of the game, which was kind of weird. Like he was kind of soft capped at that 32, that 33, and it was like, oh no, we played Kawhi his run. So they really do need that extra scoring and help there because having Amir Coffee play the entire fourth quarter and close like that just ain't it for a team that has big time playoff aspirations, right?
Yeah, no, not at all. They are counting on Kawhi and Ben Simmons in the playoffs, so they need those guys healthy. And
Yeah.
you can't stress those guys out too much before then.
Yeah. Yeah, Ben Simmons, I mean, anyways, this is a completely different conversation and tangent, but like I would really like him to see actually take some shots. Like he looks really hesitant and like deferral, but he always has looked that way and he's not a great shooter. But like there was a couple times I was watching that game, he gets 3 feet from the rack and he's just like up, out, up, out. And it's like, well, why'd you spend 8 seconds trying to get right beside the rim if you're not at least gonna like flip it up, right? I just
It's baffling.
Yeah. Okay, Nez, that concludes the Q tags portion of the program right now. Obviously, we did get some rule outs in that time period. Yeah, are you ready for a little game by game talk here? I think there's going to be a little bit of overlap in the conversations, but I think we can navigate it, huh?
We're gonna have to. Gotta weather the storm here.
Okay, cool. Over to the beautiful Unabated interface here. If you guys are not signed up over there yet, they were giving out the alpha the other day on the free show. They have 3 shows a week for the membies only there. They got the Discord notifications going down. They have the concierge service to help you parse through the props and the pick 'em lobbies there. And then they have their projections that come out every single day at 4:30 p.m. Eastern. And then they have a whole bunch of conditional sets that go alongside that, something that not everybody else in the market does there. They're going to have 14 sets of conditionals for you guys to mess around with today based on these moving pieces of Q tags. Use promo code BADGE at sign up, 20% off. There you can get the DFS package or you can get the props package. Pretty awesome stuff. Nez, Pistons at home, 2-point dogs at home. 239 total in this one. You'll be happy to know I have officially removed the North Dakota book. I've removed it from our future here, Nez, so we could talk about real lines only. But yeah, Pistons, man, they're damn near full. They're going to get Simone Fontecchio, who missed last game, and Dennis Schroeder, who missed last game, back. They both have probable tags this evening, obviously dealing without the Jaden Ivey stuff. And then we already talked about the Nuggets submitting their Q tag on Aaron Gordon, probable tag on Jamal Murray. That Q tag on Aaron Gordon might bring, obviously with Peyton Watson already being out, might bring Russell Westbrook back into the fold here as a starting player. Would you have any interest in him in the last round? And how are you treating the pieces outside of the obvious, being Joker at 1 and Cade in the top 5?
I'm probably good on Russ.
Okay.
Today, even with Aaron Gordon out, but Aaron Gordon out does make
hypothetical, guys. Hypothetical.
I would consider, of course, if it is out for him, Michael Porter Jr. I would definitely consider as a very very low owned 6-round piece with the Jokic teams. I like doing that little pairing, but Cade is easily the 103 today. And so taking him 3. I think I'm at the field because everybody else is in agreement with that.
Another hypothetical to throw at you. We get one of JB or Zinger ruled out. Would you push Tatum ahead of Cade?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No way.
You still like the spot for Cade. You like the 239 total. You like the tight spread, and you like the potential track meet setup with Nuggets.
Yeah, they're going for 9 in a row, man. You got to take Cade.
Yeah, these are two of the hottest teams in basketball, right? Nuggets had that loss versus the Lakers, but they were 9-1 in their last 10 prior to that, I think. So, yeah, I mean these
two good teams.
Both these teams. Yeah, let's see. I'm actually really curious now. Hey, I mean, like this is a good basketball game for East versus West perspective, and then the two top teams in the East colliding today, and then the Battle of LA. Like there's just some fun games on the slate. Nuggets are 8-2 in their last 10, and Pistons are 8-2 in their last 10. So two teams going nice right now. Anyone else, Nez, Duran in the last round? I mean, Pistons are so hard to get to anyone other than Cade, especially on a 10 gamer. But any love for any other Piston?
I think Duran can definitely be had here. And
Okay.
I would definitely throw my hat in the ring for Asar Thompson as well. If I knew he was getting 30 minutes, obviously,
Yeah.
Can't know that. But Asar, if you knew Asar was getting 30 minutes, Asar would definitely be in my player pool.
Yeah, Asar obviously not a guy who's going to fill it up offensively in a big way. Can't really shoot, kind of like his brother in that regard. But the stock potential is huge. Getting that pick 'em home the other day, he had 4 steals in the first quarter when he's guarding on ball against Jason Tatum. So, yeah, Asar's a lot of fun to watch right now, and definitely should be in your guys' dance player pools here. I think the Pistons are low key getting overlooked a little bit, and I haven't seen anyone take Asar in the last round. If anybody tacks on a back end wing for the Pistons, they've been adding Tobias. Why not shoot the ceiling and take Asar? I do think it's interesting to note that he did roll his ankle like kind of bad and like went down and put the towel over his head last game, and then he left. But yeah, by all accounts, it sounds like he's going to be fine this evening and ready for full. Um, Okay, cool. We ready to move on here, Nez, to the battle of 1 and 2 in the East? Yeah, Beasley's on fire too. Beasley's been filling it up from 3 in a big way. He's fiery, man. Like he's heart and soul of that team, you know?
Yeah.
Emotion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Beasley. I never draft Beasley, but he's been a nice scoring option for them. Jamal
Yeah.
Murray, 6th round, definitely a good pick. And
Mhm.
long shot, Michael Porter Jr. if we get no Aaron Gordon only.
Sounds good. Cavs and Celtics up next here. We talked through the Celtics with the Q tags and the push pull dynamic of that. This is a 233.5 and 1.5 by way of the Celtics. Does that line and or total tell you anything about potential availability, Nez?
Yeah, I said it earlier. I think
Yep.
this is probably leaning toward full health Celtics.
Okay.
I would be surprised if we get Porzingis out and this line doesn't move by like 2 or 3 points.
Cool. Yep. This is the first of 2 nationally televised game. This is kind of like circle your calendar game of the night in a big way. 1 and 2 in the East. There. This is going to be the one that I just want to watch. From a fantasy perspective, Nez, outside of the Celtics Q tags in the last round, obviously we already mentioned Drew Holiday's been ruled out. On the Cavs side of the ball, they're basically as full as they've been in a long time here. How does that mean you're treating Mobley and Mitchell and Garland returning this evening in the last round, and or Jared Allen in the last round? How are you treating these guys?
I mean, anytime the Cavaliers are in a good, I mean, in a tight game, in a close game, I get excited for these guys, and so I'm kind of shocked at the projections that I'm seeing for the Cavs. I feel like they need to be given a little bit more respect. I'm seeing projections for the Cavaliers as though they're about to, whoop a team by, 40 and only play 28 minutes. So, I'm way higher on the field on Evan Mobley, and it seems like
Okay.
higher than the field on Spida today as well.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's a a little different than I was anticipating from hearing from you, Nez, because I thought like you'd be kind of like staying away from a tough Celtics matchup there. But that is a really good point that every single time we draft Cavs, we're anticipating like limited minutes comparatively, and this could be a good competitive pace up game environment where they need 35 out of all their good guys.
I'm just like not seeing the same Celtics tough matchup that I think the field is.
Yeah.
Like I said, like I feel like I feel like the Cavaliers are going to win this game, even if it's full health, even in the Garden. I'm really excited to watch this game because I want to see you. There's been like 5 games this year where the Cavaliers have been tested. I want to see the Cavaliers get tested here and play their stars and see what happens.
Cool. Yeah, I respect it. All right, next game up here. Pace down spot, gross spot. Don't know if we should just cross it off or not, but there's some Q tags in here that could open up some big time playing time for guys. We just saw Chet as a big do absolute work on this Brooklyn team. I don't know. Maybe there's room for another big in our life on the Blazers side there. But Blazers 2.5-point favorites on the road here in a 220.5 total versus Brooklyn. Basically, nobody on our platform right now is getting drafted from this one, Nez, but Denny Avdia has a Q tag and Jeremy Grant has a Q tag. Time Lord and DeAndre Ayton have already been ruled out. I think you know where I'm going with this. And then on the other side of the ball, the Nets they're going to get Cam Thomas back this evening. I expect minutes limit and whatnot, but just some scoring and good to see him back in our lives there. But Noah Clowney is out, and all the G Leaguers have been listed out. All the usual suspects that we've been missing for a while are listed as out. And D'Lo is out there. Nick Claxton returning, if I forgot to say that, or not there. So I imagine we're getting to nothing on the Nets side from both of us. But is there any love for a potential Blazer or two with these Q tags?
I mean, John, I don't come into these shows blind. Like I do a lot of drafts the night before. I do a lot of drafts the day up. I didn't know this game was on the slate.
Nice. Nice.
I think the one thing that is an option is Simons if no Denny.
Yeah.
That's definitely on the table. And I don't think Denny plays, but right now Denny is in he's kind of mucking up the projections for the Blazers right now. So once we get him ruled out, then we can probably get a clearer picture of Simons being 6th round eligible, which I think he is.
I will add one piece of context to the Denny thing there. Denny, obviously last time out against the Wiz, that revenge game, he left. Then he came back. He played like 4 possessions, maybe not even. It was like 2 or 3 possessions, and then he left again. So I do think that's right that the sentiment would be bearish on Denny there. Yeah, I like your show, dude. Chat is giving some love to potentially getting to like Sharp or potentially getting to Scoot or something like that. If you get some of these out tags, I always love to get to Klingon, but they haven't really been boosting the minutes and letting him close in recent memory, which is unfortunate because he should be closing against a team that has some bigs tonight, and getting like 32, 33 minutes of Klingon would be a lot of fun for fantasy standpoint. But for whatever reason, they're not going that route right now.
Nope, it's very frustrating. Yeah, Shaden and Scoot would definitely be fun options if they were like not playing the Nets. And it seems like they're just like they're ping ponging who's gonna have the good game. It's hard to call, and I'll just continue to not think about this game as much as possible.
Okay. Yep. Sounds good to me. Maybe you guys can get to it by way of the pick 'em lobbies by kind of hedging some of those Q tags right now. That might be the best way to play this game, but probably not on our platform this evening. A little alpha from Justin in the chat there, just saying that Fan has moved the Porzingis conditional to 45% to play because of the midday downgrade coupled with it being the same illness as Tuesday. So just, kind of in lockstep with us there in a decent way. Okay, let's move on to the next game here. OKC Thunder versus the Atlanta Hawks. This has the highest total on the slate at a 246. 11-point favorites for the Oklahoma City Thunder, where I will point not that far ago, not that long ago. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Not that long ago versus the Nets, where they were 17-point favorites, and yet the starters had to play into the fourth there, and Chet got home. So I don't want to, be thinking about writing teams off just because they're 11-point favorites here. But I think both you and I are treating that Chet Q tag like an out tag right now, which in theory should boost up J-Dub a little bit in our rankings and maybe bring Hartenstein in the last round into our lives. I've yet to see anybody take him. And then, I think it's just noteworthy that Alex Caruso also has an out tag right now. Just another factor in the rotation. And then on the Hawks side, still without Vit, still without Larry Nance, and obviously still without Jalen Johnson. So can we get to any Hawk or any OKC piece other than the obvious in Trey, SGA, and J-Dub?
No, it's pretty much just those guys that you mentioned. But love J-Dub right now, given that information. And, our good friend, Davis Maddock, was adamant, trying to do his best Jewish McCaffrey impression, trying to let people know that Trae Young, best pick on the board, best pick of the season. I think he's appropriately priced. I think it's totally
interesting
where he's going. I know. He's
toughest defense in the West.
Yeah. Shout out Dyson Daniels, by the way. I forgot, of course, about Dyson. Dyson is in play literally every single slate. He can fuck around and give you 50.
I don't know if people have caught on to this, Nez, but every single time I list the draftable players in a Hawks game, I never say Dyson Daniels.
Why is that?
Because I think it's funny. Like, I just do it as a bit for myself, Nez. This show is equally about me as it is about the community. And I think it's funny every single time to just omit Dyson Daniels.
Yeah, no, Dyson is available.
Handling role for Dyson is definitely way better without Jalen Johnson and Vit, right? Like, so he's been having, Trey's been filling it up in a big way in recent memory. And Dyson's potential assists, slightly upticking there because of Trey's commitment to score versus Trey's commitment to pass,
Yeah, I mean, I'm drafting Dyson for the 12 stocks.
Right. Yeah. Okay, cool. Anything else on OKC? Do you want Hartenstein in the last round? Can you get goofy with any other potential piece on OKC?
I'm good on Hartenstein.
Okay. Yeah, he's a little bit of a
just Shea and J-Dub.
Okay, a little bit of a mean projection, bro, in terms of like bands of outlier right tail outcomes isn't necessarily there for him. Any love for Onyeka Okongwu in the last round?
He's playing 30 minutes. Mm-hmm. Could be a nice game for him in a big spot. I'm not going to get there, but I don't think he's a bad click for sure.
Yeah, he's just kind of consistently, as you alluded to, consistently been like hovering at that 28 to 31 minutes and 35 fantasy points night after night. And then if the stocks go north of 2, he finds a bigger ceiling.
Yeah.
All right, Nez, let's move on here. Memphis and the Knicks here, second highest total on the slate at a 243.5. The Memphis Grizzlies at home are 4-point favorites. Hopefully seeing a play your stars and slightly more condensed rotation this evening if Desmond Bane cannot go. Obviously, JJJ and Ja have ADPs in that mid tier, that like round 2 and 3 area there, which is just kind of evergreen for them. But I kind of like this spot for them. And then the big looming question is the availability of Cat on the front end of draft boards there. You have a very bullish rank on Cat right now. And then anticipating Mitchell Robinson coming back, and then the Q tag on Josh Hart in the last round there. Outside of the obvious here, Are there positions you're trying to get overweight on outside of Cat from this game?
Brunson for sure.
Okay, so you
Definitely,
like both of.
definitely want a lot of Brunson.
Okay, so you like both of them regardless. Let's go back to the front end of draft boards and let's start ranking this shit out for the people here because Brunson is at a 12.5 ADP. Do you like Brunson more than Hallie, who has a 8.5, 8.6 ADP right now?
Yes. Yeah.
Do you like him over the Phoenix guys, not knowing their injury status right now?
That one probably not. No, I would probably take Booker over Brunson. But I would take Brunson over KD though.
You take Brunson over Katie. All right, cool. So you like Booker, and you're on Booker Bull watch over KD right now. So you got Cat pushed up around Tatum, and then you got Brunson alongside it pushed up as well over one of the Phoenix guys and over Hallie.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Yeah. All right. Checks out to me. Just your read on that line, Nez, -4 by way of the Grizzlies. Do you think that's just normal at home, or do you think that's baking in potentially one of the Knicks guys being out?
No, I think it's pretty normal.
Yep.
Knicks, the Knicks have not been playing great lately, and it's not an easy matchup by any means. And the minutes could be catching up to some of these guys too. But until then, I'm going to be drafting them. I'm not really worried about it.
Anthony Edwards suspended Friday, picking up his 16th technical foul. Okay, so that's confirmed now that he's officially been suspended. He had the doubtful tag on our site, and nobody was drafting him, and everybody was pushing up Naz Reid already. But I just wanted to bring that to people's attention. Okay, let's move to the other side there, Nez, and talk about Memphis. Have you taken any Bane in the last round? Are you anticipating Bane being out and pushing up Ja and JJJ? How about Ja versus JJJ? Whom and which you prefer as well?
I definitely prefer Ja over Jaren Jackson.
Okay.
I don't really have a great Q tag right now, but I'm not really taking him because of it. So
okay.
I'm not sure. I'm not guaranteeing he's out, but there's just so many guys to draft that I just don't think it's like necessary to play that game with Bane, that is.
Yeah, no, I agree with you there. I like where you're at on that. Are you pushing up Ja and JJJ, just because of the spot or because of the outlier potential that Bane is out? Are you pushing them over anyone in this, Trey, Giddey, Hero, Mobley range?
Yeah, I'm taking a lot of Ja Morant today.
Okay, interesting.
And
cool.
Decent amount of JJJ as well. Like I said, man, Knicks are just not a very complete team at the moment, and the total is 244 for a reason, because the Knicks don't really play great defense right now, and yeah.
Postseason take here: Mitchell Robinson, getting him back for rim protection when Cat just gives it the old fucking Olay and lets everybody go by and cram it at the rim kind of thing, is going to be huge for their postseason stuff.
It's going to need to be.
Yeah, they're going to need Mitchell Robinson to be the rim defense in a big, big way. Like basically fully assuming what that Hartenstein rule used to be. Get ready to learn the Knicks, buddy. Oh, good shit. All right, Nez, I want to ask you selfishly one more question in this area with the Memphis pieces. I guess I got to ask, is there any draftable Nick and or Memphis piece outside of, we already had the Josh Hart conversation, anyone outside of those, core five?
Not for me.
Okay. The last question I got to ask you then is Naz Reid or Ja Morant tonight?
Naz Reid, I think.
Okay. So Naz Reid is going to be propped up, in that 13, 14, 15-ish ADP range for you.
Yeah, I would like to have some Nas Reed tonight, man, but apparently I can't get any. So I don't know what's going on there.
Is this like a thing? Catman and Robinson? That's kind of a fun little name there. That's a fun little name.
Brandon just like comes in hot with his own
Oh,
nicknames. I think he just made that up
he
on the
drops
spot.
bangers. I fucking hope he did. That's beautiful. He drops
I'm
bangers in the
pretty
chat.
very confident that he just that was just something that he just came up with.
I love it because they haven't shared the court yet, so I'm not sure anyone's been smart enough to come up with that yet.
Brandon's
Mike
cooking
Breen,
over there.
dude. Mike Breen's gonna be making it up. Heard it at his grandma's book club. Oh fuck, Brandon is cooking in the chat. All right, Nez, let's move on here. We got the Raptors and we got the Bulls up next. As you guys can see, filtering in on the right hand side, we did get the Rudy Gobert ruled out yet again. I guess that's 5 in a row, 4 or 5 in a row. Dante DiVincenzo questionable tag, which is kind of surprising to me. I thought he would be a straight rule out, but that might speak to the availability of Mike Connolly going forward. Probably neither matter for our game, but just in terms of Jaden McDaniels and Nas Reed's projections, they would have some input on that. Impact would be a better word to use there. Okay, Nez, we got Bulls and we got Raptors here. Bulls as 2-point favorites versus our lowly Raptors. 232 here. Kind of low in my estimation. I thought this one would be a bit higher. And, this is a classic pace up one we want to get to. No Vooch this evening, although I will confirm here. It was a doubtful tag. It is not official. It is a doubtful tag and an unlikely to play. But presumably without Vooch again, Giddey has been a monster his last 3 times out now, filling it up across all 3 categories there. He has had a double-double with 20 points in all 3 of them, I believe. Yes, there you go. And flirting with triple-double in each of them. 54, 60, 59, and 46 fantasy points over his last 4 in each of his last 4 there. And then we talked about the Scotty Barnes Q tag. So those are the 2 main pieces getting drafted. Is there any love for Giddey at his current ADP? Is he a soft fade for you? What do you think?
Yeah, Giddey's a fade for me at the moment, but he's not a bad pick. I'm just currently fading, but because I mean, I don't know, man. I got Nas Reed ahead of him, but he definitely belongs in that tier where he is what I will say. For the rest of the Bulls, I mean, there is no rest of the Bulls. I mean, shout out your boy Zach Collins. I'll say that much.
Double with a couple stocks there. He was cooking. Double in the first half last time out.
Yeah, he's been loving life without Vooch there. Yeah, that's really it for the Bulls side of things. And
I want to just hit. I want to hit a couple things on the Bulls because it might be relevant for Pick Em and stuff. They're anticipating Jalen Smith coming back tonight with the probable tag. I think they'll still start Zach Collins at the 5, but I do think the ceiling is a little lower for Zach Collins than it has been in recent memory. Like, he played 38 last time out against the Clippers. Like, that range of outcomes, even if he's cooking, probably just isn't there with Jalen Smith. And then I alluded to the D tag on Vooch, so non-zero chance, but it is a D tag. And then it's Patrick Williams has already been ruled out, and Io has a Q tag. And Io factoring into a bunch of the rebounding rates of both Zach Collins and of Giddey could just be a little something. So I just wanted to put that on people's radars that the Giddey situation this evening, not as frothy in my estimation as it has been in recent starts because we had more concrete pre-ruled out guys.
Good to know.
Okay. Yes. Raptors, Nez, Scotty Bolway, and RJ Barrett are the only 2 getting drafted right now. Any love for Emmanuel Quickly? Any love for RJ ahead of market? Any love for anyone else on the Raptors?
I'm waiting to figure out if Scotty's playing or not before I take Emmanuel Quickly. But Emmanuel Quickly is definitely next man up for me if anything goes down with this Toronto injury report. And RJ really hard to trust right now. So even if Scotty's out, he's been really difficult to trust. But he's in my 6th round player pool for sure. But I'm pissed at him. He's not really stepping up.
Yeah, no. Can we just basically shift if we got Scotty Barnes ruled out in 1 hour's time, 2 hours time right now? Can you basically just put RJ's ADP where Scotty is and then put Emmanuel Quickly's ADP where RJ currently is? I'll bring it up for you.
I mean, I would probably chill on an RJ. I wouldn't go that high.
Okay. So it's not as crazy a spot as I like to think it is in my mind. It's not like, hey, let's start pounding the table for Raptors guys.
I don't think so. I mean,
Okay.
he just hasn't. That's not how he's been playing lately.
Okay. Yeah, Jakob Poeltl came back last game, played 24 minutes as well. Just noteworthy there. Not draftable yet for us, but in our foreseeable future there. Okay, cool. Anything else on that one, or can I move on here, Nez?
No, I'm not really super interested in that one.
Okay. We're going to talk about the Miami Heat and the Indiana Pacers up next. It's a 224 and a half, 3.5 on the road by way of the Pacers side. Dude, this Heat rotation is the hardest thing on planet Earth to project. You know, we had slow-mo, Kyle Anderson, come out, ball the F out, play a whole bunch of minutes, and then the next night just be like a coach's DMP. Like it just I don't know what to do on any given night with this. Like everybody in the world on Redacted was like, "Oh, we can play slow mo tonight because the minutes are going to be safe." Now that Jovic's hand's broken and there's going to be minutes there, and then it's just Highsmith is back in our life out of nowhere, and it's very hard to parse through. Now these pieces don't necessarily matter for our game. I'm just bringing it up as I have no idea what to expect if Bam is ruled out this evening or anything like that. That's all. That's all I'm gonna say.
Thankfully for us, it really won't matter.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Hero at ADP is a good pick. Got to wait and see on Wiggins. I mean, even if he is in, I don't know that I'm super interested. But I
Yeah.
will take shots on Bam. I
Okay.
will continue to chase the Bam ceiling, and yeah, and if Bam is out, I don't even think I'll get to wear.
Okay.
But we'll see. I might change my tune on that, depending on how the rest of the slate breaks. But
Yeah.
Bam
I
for
think
me, yeah.
I think I would definitely take Ware. I think I would definitely take Ware if Bam gets ruled out. I like it. We got Bam Q tag. We got Ware listed as available. We got Hero listed as available already, and then we got Wiggins Q tag. Pacers side of the ball, good Canadian kid, Benny Math has been ruled out this evening. They got the G Leaguers all listed with Q tags as usual. And then we got TJ McConnell, my boy, with a Q tag for the 3rd straight game here. He has not played in either of those. Hallie has a very frothy ADP. You said you were pushing up the likes of Brunson and stuff like that over him. This is Road Hallie, not Home Hallie, but Home Hallie just cooked for 4 straight games. 46 fantasy points, 56, 50, and 67. Was a have to have it player last time out with a Q tag. Thoughts on Hallie, my friend?
Yeah, I just think he's extremely overpriced. Just
Okay.
ridiculously overpriced. On the road against Miami. I will. You cannot force my hand to click pick 8 Hallie against
Okay.
in this spot. I'm sorry. If it
I'm
hits, congratulations. But that's just not the way that I play this game. I will never have ADP 8 Hallie on my lineups.
Okay. That I respect that. There's a lot of alpha coming in the chat right now. Hallie is a leap year baby. His birthday is tomorrow, which is getting skipped this year. Therefore, it is Hallie's birthday today. How are we feeling?
I think if your birthday is February 29th, you should celebrate your birthday March 1st.
Ooh, so he's not celebrating tonight.
Your birthday is not on the 28th. Your birthday is on what should be March 1st.
Yeah. Oh
Who am
my
I to
god, it's
tell
almost
somebody how to celebrate their birthday?
yeah, dude. I'm thinking about this right now. It's almost March here. I might be away for Mr. Good Boy's birthday when I'm at the dog bowl there. I think Mr. Good Boy's birthday is in and around there. Oh no.
Oh,
Oh man. Dude, no way. It's not Luca's B-Day today, is it? It's actually Luca's B-Day today? If it's Luca's birthday today, there's no way he's sitting.
how do you guys know whose birthday it is? I don't even remember my family's birthday. How do you guys know this stuff?
Be a better friend, Nez. This
It's
is
shocking.
great.
I think it's just like
Dude.
number one in people's process. They go on to celebritybirthday.com and see whose birthday it is on the slate today.
I love it. Okay, I'm confirming right now. We got Luca's birthday today. Oh my god, it's Luca's birthday today, man. Hookah Luca. He is going to be dropping 45 tonight, and then he's going to be hooting on that hookah and having a couple wobbly pops after. Holy shit, Luca's playing. Luca's at 3.
All right.
Put Luca at 3 in your ranks. Luca's playing. It's his birthday, man.
All right.
Holy. Oh, this is great. Yeah, everybody out here's working harder than Nez right now, grinding these micro edges.
I'll figure something out. I'll figure out an edge somewhere, somehow, some way.
Hallie's birthday is only once every 4 years, so he's the same age as Amari Cooper still. Oh man. Yeah, Justin, I'm taking Hallie just because a lot of sharp drafters are fading him. That's the thesis with taking Steph last night and would have got you home. Other ones I'll ask
Steph
you.
had a reasonable ADP.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, he was in like that 15, 16 range opposed to completely propped up on the other side of the board.
Top 10 Hallie against the Heat. Huh?
Yeah.
I just don't see it, dude.
Never Hallie, Jack. Never Hallie. Benny Math being out is sneaky bullish for Siakam this evening. Yeah, he never gets there and he never gets you stocks. But is there any love for Pascal Siakam in the 6th round this evening? Because I have not seen a bunch of people taking him yet.
I haven't taken him, but he's definitely a name to be clicked. No doubt. I don't think it's crazy to mix him in.
Okay, cool. Yeah, sounds good to me there, Nez. Yeah, I think he's a fine mix in the 6, but not something I want to build a portfolio around for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about the Pelicans and the Suns here. I'm going to give this a little refresh. I guess we haven't got a new injury report since then, and I haven't seen anything come through on the Discord timeline. Let me just confirm. But yeah, I think we're still without Suns injury report. Most recent news nugget was the Dante DiVincenzo stuff. So nothing new to report there. Okay, cool. So the Suns are going to be dealing with Bradley Beal with the Q tag, who did not play yesterday. Yeah, they had Bull starting yesterday. They had Tyus Jones starting yesterday, all that sort of stuff. And then the Pelicans side of the equation, Zion, Boston, and CJ McCollum have already been ruled out, conditioning and rest listed on their official designations there. Yeah, so Trey Murphy going in that middle tier and then nobody else. Do you want to boost up Trey Murphy to the same place as Naz Reid and Ja and those sort of guys? Or are you just fine, leaving Trey Murphy where he's at right now?
No, I think I would be a little careful on how bullish you get on Trey Murphy.
Okay.
Like a couple picks, boost, sure thing. But into like the 2-3 turn, I don't know about that, man.
Sure.
So like ADP like 20-ish for me seems fair.
Okay. Yeah, that checks out to me.
20-ish,
Rank 20-ish. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, JJJ or Trey Murphy tonight.
Probably JJJ.
Yeah, I agree with you. Donovan Mitchell or Trey Murphy.
Spida.
Yeah, I agree with you. J Dub and Nas Reed over Trey Murphy.
Nas Reed, yes. J-Dub, no.
Okay. So there's your stopgap, about 20, 21 in your ranks. Seems good.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Any late round Pelican, Jose Alvarado, or anyone of that magnitude in the last round?
No, thank you.
Okay. Not going to be swayed by the recent box scores and his ability to get extra touches tonight without other guys on the floor.
Jose Alvarado or Jaylen Brown?
Yeah, right. Yeah, good point. Yeah, that's how deep the 6th round goes today, with only 36 being drafted on a 10 gamer. Sun side of the ball there. You were telling me you had Booker over KD. Is that a rest thing for you, or is that you just like the spot better for Booker than KD? And then we can talk about if there's anyone else worth getting to, like Beal in the last round, if he happens to go, or can we shoot the moon on like Bull in the last round or anything like that?
I pretty much always put Booker over KD, so that's just like the way I play it.
Sure.
Is
Okay.
Booker greater than KD for me? It's just Booker and KD as far as draftable pieces for me. If we get any injury news, obviously that'll change my mind. But no Bull for me. No, hey, maybe Bradley Beal plays for me. Just Booker and KD.
Okay. Sounds good to me. Yeah, TKH, we kind of talked about this one earlier there, that there could be a little gal brain push pull dynamic, but there also is the fact that they need wins. They need wins to make the play in games. You know, like they're still outside looking in, or at least when I looked yesterday, they were outside looking in on like Sacramento. So they need wins in a big way because they're 2.5 games back, 3 games back now of the Kings, and they've lost 3 in a row, and they're 2-8 right now. So like, you know, Phoenix needs wins right now. So traditionally speaking, I would be in agreement with you tonight. I feel like you gotta treat them like at least both of them are playing for now. Okay, Nez, let's move on to the T Wolves and the Jazz here. A quote unquote smash spot for the T Wolves, 3.5 point dogs in Utah at elevation. This is a 226.5 there. Obviously, pace down spot for the Jazz. Walker Kessler goes every single draft at the back end there because we are dealing with out tag on Laurie Markkinen, and we are dealing with out tag on who's the other one? Oh, it looks like Q tags now. Okay, Q tag on Jordan Clarkson, John Collins, and Colin Sexton. I thought one of those was an out tag. My bad. Laurie Markkinen's the only one with the current out tag right now. So, yeah. And then obviously T Wolves haven't fully submitted yet. We'll get the full injury report in 8 minutes here, but we did just get on the right hand side of the screen the trickle down. Rudy Gobert is out. Ant is suspended. Dante DiVincenzo is questionable. So both Nas Reed and Jaden McDaniels going in almost every draft right here, and then Walker Kessler going in every draft. Thoughts on this game and anyone else you want to get to and or be overweight on?
Kind of a fun little game here. Talked about the Nas Reed projection just being like insane, and maybe it's the fact he's coming off a bit of a down game. Maybe it'll hold ADP wise, but I'm gonna have a ton of Nas Reed if unless somebody's gonna get crazier than I am with my ranking. And Nas Reed, no Ant Edwards, no Rudy Gobert against the Jazz. It's just a no brainer that you want a lot of that guy. And Jade McDaniels too, also very much in contention for to be drafted in the 6th round here against Utah. But
anyone else
yeah.
consideration for T Wolves 6th round there? Like if Dante plays, do you think the minutes would be anywhere close to relevant enough for him to be a 6th round?
No, because like Jade McDaniels like barely gets in there for me.
6th round. Okay. Yep. Sounds good to me. And then the Jazz stuff. Do you like the Walker Kessler ADP, or do you think it's a little frothy? Or do you want any of these other pieces here? Interesting to note that the Clarkson was a downgrade to Q tag midday, so could be trending in the wrong direction there, which could give us, maybe some keynote, maybe some Collier for handling rules, or any love for John Collins, anything like that.
Collins is interesting, but it's too tough to get there. If this is a shorter slate, I'd probably have more John Collins. But
Mhm.
I do like Keontae George. I think he's sneaky 6 round pick there. Kessler ADP I think is good. I like Kessler at ADP. That's basically it. Collier, playing good ball, but on this slate, too difficult to get to.
Okay. Yeah, in agreement with you there. Like where you're at. Yeah, if you guys haven't seen Terrence Shannon play, like he looks effing fast on the court. He's a fun little watch there. So go yeah, watch some T Wolves when they're a little short-handed this evening, and you get 25 minutes of Shannon. It looks pretty nice out there. Yeah. Okay, Nez, last game on the slate, the late night hammer, the Battle of LA, the Hookah Doncic birthday party. This is a low total at the 219.5, and the Clippers are 5-point favorites on the road in quotations. I guess now it is truly on the road. It's the same city, but at least they have different stadiums now. It used to just be a floor change. So it is actually a little bit of a road game. You don't get your same cozy home locker room as you normally would do there. Clippers have filed, and it's just the Norm Powell Q tag that we'd be worried about. All the other stuff is out tags. And then everybody is telling me that we got some Luka listed as game time decision. So maybe I don't know if that's a status change or what that could even be. Yeah, I don't know how you would quantify that he's listed as a game time decision, but both him and Braun have the Q tags here, and we don't have an official Lakers submission yet. So yeah, lots of things could change here. We're anticipating Rui out based on what happened last night. But yeah, any love for Reeves if these guys miss, or Reeves if they're in? Like just thoughts in general there, and then how are you treating this Luka game time?
I mean, I don't know what to make of this Luca game time decision stuff because I think if LeBron's out, Luca plays. If LeBron's in, I feel bearish on Luca, but who knows when we're gonna figure out the LeBron stuff, how forthcoming they'll be in this injury report. Regardless, I love Austin Reeves because I think Reeves, obviously a huge benefactor if and when one of these Lakers stars gets ruled out. So Austin Reeves last round feels great. So I'm going to be trying to do that as much as possible. But like I said, we're just not sure which of these guys is out yet. So hopefully we can figure out if LeBron's going to play or not soon.
Okay. Yeah, no, I like where you're at. I think Reeves is a fine click regardless. Yeah, Clipper side of the ball there, Nez. Kawhi is going quite late in these, not drafted every single time, but most of the time in the 6th round. There, Harden goes in the 2nd round. He's littered amongst that ADP of the Suns guys, and with Brunson in there, and then Zubac goes kind of in that like 25 through 30 range. Are you higher or lower on any of those ADPs? Do you like anything from the Clippers this evening, or dislike?
No, I like Harden today. Harden's always been a pretty good pick lately. Really, no matter the matchup. So I like Harden today. At ADP feels good. Kawhi definitely in play for me today. Like 5-6 turn
Okay.
type of value for me on Kawhi today. And yeah, no Zoobs for me, man. Just because they're very keen to play Ben Simmons over Zoobs, so the Zoob ceiling is just cratered.
Yeah, that's a good point. They have been kind of mixing and matching that closing lineup with whether Zubac's in there or whether Ben Simmons is in there. So last time out, Zubac missed the front end of the 4th quarter, and then he closed the last kind of like 5-6 minutes there, but Kawhi wasn't on the floor, which was just interesting there. But they did do no overlap with Simmons and Zoobs. So this is really important in noting when they close small, they're quite comfortable closing Simmons at the 5 there.
Yep, seeing it more and more.
Okay, cool. Yeah, good stuff there, Nez. Did you have a take on Kawhi's ADP if it was good or bad? Did I miss that?
No, I think Kawhi's ADP is good.
Okay.
Basically, add ADP on Kawhi.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I respect it. Some alpha in the chat right now. The resident Knicks homer, our guy Nick Pam, saying that the Grizzlies are going to attempt to obliterate the Knicks because the Knicks beat them by 40 last time out, and Knicks defense has been atrocious. All right, there's a little narrative spin zone. Interesting to note that Zakarian saying it's a game time decision for injury management, though. So I don't know if that sways you in any direction. T Cage getting ahead of it with 43% Reeves already. Justin giving us the absolute alpha here. Luka's birthday last year, 30, 12, 16, and 2 steals for Luka Doncic. That's fun. I don't know, man. Birthday Luka might be finding his way to number 2 in John's ranks here. I might be bathing in the tears of the haters this evening with birthday Luka narratives out here. Any concern that if Norm Powell gets ruled in, that all the projections for all of the Clippers will just look putrid comparatively? Like they'll all be overvalued. I'm asking.
I don't know. Valid concern, sure. Am I letting it like take space in my brain? No.
Okay. Cool. We got Grayson Allen doubtful. We got Bradley Beal ruled out. I'm gonna see how this Sun stuff is trickling in at the bottom of the hour right now with the official NBA injury report. Those two have come through. By looks of it, I'll hold my breath. No Q tags on the Suns guys.
Doesn't look like it.
And we're getting Beal out. We're getting point Booker again.
Looks good.
All right. Cool. All right. There we go. Yeah, Tyus Jones sees another 12 dimes for Tyus tonight. Who knows? Maybe we could go take a little pick at the old pick'em lobbies there, see what we got for some Sun stuff real quick here. Catch these guys with their pants down.
You're gonna have to wait a second.
Nothing. Not yet.
No.
Can't catch Underdog slipping right now. All right, Nez. That's 10 up, 10 down. That was a lot of games there. Or in your mind, 9, because we had just written off the Nets game there. I'm gonna hop in here, dude, and we could talk about some of the scroll potential stuff and maybe some of the swap potential guys that you like at the back end of draft boards right now. Yeah, we didn't really do like the full-fledged like scroll the F down guys. Anyone that you kind of like in this back range other than jamming the 6th round chalk in, Reeves and JB and RJ as a contingent play? Anyone you're liking, that's kind of buried down here?
Keontae. I think Keontae definitely is in play for the Jazz.
Mm-hmm.
Jaden McDaniels in play for the T-Wolves. Who else did I mention back here? I did think the Siakam shout was like pretty decent. Onyeka. Yeah, I like the Onyeka option.
Yep.
And then IQ if we get any news anytime
funny
soon
business
on Scotty Barnes.
Okay. And then you said Simons too, if we get some out tags there. At least it's an early East Coast game. So you could potentially get some out tags there. Nez, SGA versus Atlanta, one of the higher totals on the slate here? Or do you like Cade, Luka, Tatum?
No, it's SGA here.
All right. Sounds good to me. Is SGA the MVP this year?
No, but he is. But he's not. But he's going to
He
win.
is, but he's not. Yeah.
He's going to win, but he's not the MVP.
No? You think Joker's the MVP?
Yeah. You should give it to the best player in the NBA. He just deserves it. He deserves it.
Yeah.
Man. Good for SGA.
Well, and give it time here. Give it time here. Not a given yet. He's the favorite as of right now.
I mean, number 1 seed in the West, second best player. He'll get it.
Yeah. Stay healthy, play the rest of the games. Yeah, a little bit of voter fatigue in there too about giving it to Joker over and over again. Past 3 drafts, Luka's going at 2 every time. Market movers. I love that.
Happy birthday.
People are happy birthday, Luka. Luka Doncic, you getting it done tonight, baby. Bron should have 16 MVPs. Yeah, what are the North Dakota books on Joker? All right, Hallie going at 9 there. Jalen Brunson at 10. Dude, we get Booker to fall all the way back to SGA? Am I blind?
I mean, that's his ADP.
Let's do it. I like Booker over Harden. Do you like Booker over Harden?
I do.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah. Like Booker a lot today.
All right, here's a really fun part of the draft board there. Harden and Trey go there. We can have the Giddy conversation. I'm not as bullish. Hero, we could push up Ja. Who do you like?
Naz Reid.
Nice. I love it. Okay, let's do it. I think I still prefer Hero to Naz Reid. I will say that.
Yeah.
I prefer Hero.
Yeah, not crazy.
And I might prefer Ja. But yeah.
I would probably throw my hat in the ring for Evan Mobley there too.
Yep. Especially if they're missing some 5 depth on the Celtics side there. Like Zinger with this illness tag. Like just anecdotally talking about like Mobley's ability to cook in a matchup. Like they're also without Luke Cornett or potentially without Luke Cornett with the Q tag there. So you could see a lot of Kata and you could see a lot of Al Horford. That seems bullish for our guy Evan.
No Cornett gives the green light for Evan Mobley. BadgeBros reporting it first. The Mobley stopper is out.
Nice.
We got the green light.
Oh. Mike says it's Hero night.
If real Mike Bradley says it, then it's true.
There you go. Yeah, first shared Naz Reid for Nez.
I'm getting more now. Apparently, I'm getting plenty at the 2-3 turn now. I don't know, man. I got a lot of drafts left to do, and the 100K drafts just feel so fast.
We got
the contest.
We got all the Q tags here. Nez. Yeah, this is kind of like an ugly, tough part of the draft board. I think I would throw my hat in the ring for Scotty Bolway playing.
Okay.
I think it's a fair price for him. I think I like the spot. The old hip contusion. Inthrius taking Chet and Bam, playing the Q tag game there.
Interesting.
Yeah. Walker Kessler, Dyson Daniels. We could get scrolling here. Jaden McDaniels, JB. Who do you like? Reeves. Josh Hart. Sure. Hey, you think Josh Hart goes tonight, plays through the Q tag?
Oh, yeah.
Only player. in the NBA.
in the NBA.
Yeah, I like
I
it.
wonder how much Josh Hart I do have. Let's see if I'm getting as much as I think so. Oh, I sure am.
Getting a lot of Josh Hart.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But like, I love it. I no problem with Josh Hart against the Grizzlies, man.
Yeah, man, Josh Hart's always just a really tough rank for me because he almost always plays through the Q tag. He almost always plays a shit ton of minutes. We're always on triple double watch because he fills it up in every damn category. The hard thing for me is like from a rates perspective, he's nowhere near the other guys he goes around on most nights. You know, even adjusted for matchup, even adjusted for tempo. From a rates perspective, fantasy points per minute, he doesn't belong where he gets drafted. You know, but every now and then he hits that ceiling, right?
Yeah, I like Josh Hart. I I'm, I'm betting on him having a good game tonight though. So
Yeah.
he just gets it done, dude. He gets it done. He's the MVP of the Knicks, like Tuna said. That's the truth. Ask anybody that watches the Knicks, they'll tell you.
Yep. Austin Reeves goes there. JB goes there. Kawhi Leonard is not falling to the 6th round anymore because of all the Q tags and that sort of thing. So he gets propped up to this 28 pick. Let's see what goes down here. Jaden McDaniels goes there. Kind of unfortunate for us. I think he's my favorite 6th rounder right now. Yeah, he's going almost every single draft now. I noticed this morning. RJ Barrett goes. You're not in love with the Zubox stuff. He's falling in rooms right now, but it's a good price for him. Garland coming back. Beal's already been ruled out. Bane, Duran, Siakam, our guy. Take Siakam.
Let's do it.
Yeah, 6th round's getting a little shallower as these Q tags and stuff like that, right? People are propping up some other ones. Not as frothy as this morning, Nez.
Well, it's good for us.
I am kind of intrigued if Russell Westbrook draws into the starting lineup without Gordon there. I'm kind of intrigued to play the hits on Bull again.
I mean, yeah, I can understand it.
Yeah.
Very high ceiling on Bull, but like
one of the Portland pieces or one of the Utah pieces. Khalil Ware as both, pace up spot and half decent spot, coupled with contingent upside if Bam doesn't go. It's a tough slate, man.
yeah, where definitely now that we're seeing these kind of lobbies, where definitely would be 6th round, clicked in the 6th round if we had no Bam.
Yeah. Nobody owes me more coin than Siakam in the 20s. It's true, man. It's fucking true. Nez, let's rip another one of those bad boys, and then let's see what we got in the pick'em lobbies there. There will be no money making portion of the program on Set the Screen today because they'll be focusing on the projections there, guys. So the link in which I tagged and the push through is going to go to no show. So they're going to move that to Monday. They're going to move that to Monday.
Can't say I blame them.
Yeah, it's a wild slate to be messing around with and be doing all this stuff. Get in a breakaway, you cowards. Oh, I didn't even realize. Yeah, that's a good reminder for everyone that there is a double entry $75 today. That's a new form contest that we haven't had in the past. So yeah, new contest.
Yeah, I missed that the breakaway changed.
Mm-hmm.
Its format. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Um Pablo asking Trey Murphy or J-Dub today. We kind of talked about this one, but do you have a definitive answer there, Nez?
I think Trey Murphy.
Yep.
That's what I would do.
Sounds good to me. Zeke, no. What is Mr. Goathorns going to do here? Is he going to play the hits? Is he going to play scared, Nez? What's he doing? He's milking the clock. Carl Anthony Towns. Interesting. All right. It's Luka Doncic's birthday. He's playing basketball tonight.
Let's do it. What can go wrong?
Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Right.
Tatum goes there, and then LeBron goes there. Who do you like at this spot paired with Luka? You are out on the Hallie. Do you like pushing up Devin Booker? Do you like pushing up Trae Young? Jalen Brunson was a guy you were on. All right, let's do Jalen Brunson. Flipping the board with Jalen Brunson and Luka Doncic.
Yeah, Brunson's a great pick, dude. I just feel very, very good about Jalen Brunson today. So, what could go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong?
I'm gonna have a ton of just like every New York Knick. So
I was about to say you're overweight Cat, you're overweight Brunson, and you're overweight Hart right now.
40 minutes against the Grizzlies sounds pretty good to me.
Yeah, hopefully track meet plays to the total, plays to the spread. Yeah, that's what you're anticipating. Memphis is always interesting because it's not Memphis isn't like when the Pacers of 2 years ago, or the Memphis isn't like
but they kind
I guess that's the best that's the best example of it. No, because they're really good defensively is my point. Like that's the difference because the Pacers of 2 years ago.
Fantasy. It doesn't matter for fantasy. They're a spot that you want to have teams play against, and you want to draft teams that play against Memphis.
Yeah.
So I don't think that it makes sense to sweat the DVP stuff with them because
yeah,
because
there's so many more possessions. Yeah.
Like, did it? How did that affect the Suns? You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they played to a 300-point total.
They almost scored 300 points.
Yeah,
but it was hard. It was hard to score. Like they almost scored 300. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's so true. See what Zeke Doe does. He does Ja Morant, which breaks my heart because now we got to decide between Evan Mobley and this tier and whatever. But I think we're going to be agreeing to just push up Naz Reid.
Yeah, let's see what DMC does because he'll take Naz Reid if you don't.
Yeah,
he's a projection, bro.
Trey Murphy at 18 there, and J-Dub over Evan Mobley. So we get Mobley back if we want it. Do you like Mobley more than Donovan this evening, or do you want Jaren Jackson Jr.?
I think projections will tell you Mitchell, Jaren Jackson, but like, dude, Mobley. Like, I want to kick projections in the dick and balls and take Evan Mobley, man.
All right.
I can understand why projections have Evan Mobley how they have him. The Cavaliers are very difficult to project, but I think I'm finally cracked the code.
Famous last words. I love it.
I've got it.
We got the secret sauce. We know what's going into the inputs now.
Oh, we know. You can't project the Cavaliers using what they've done against teams that they're beating by 30. I just don't think that you can do that.
Yeah. Not sure why he can't rebound. JJJ. Yeah, I think he's made like a concerted effort to foul less. So I think he's like not as close to the basket as he once was. And I also think he's not playing the 5 anymore, where like last year he had to play the 5 a shit ton. And like Santi was playing the 4 when they were decimated by injuries. And I think having like a 7-footer, 7+ footer out there in like Edie and stuff like that, that all those kind of like lazy, close to the rim rebounds that they get, JJJ is pushing in transition because they're playing so much faster. As soon as that shot goes up and the other side looks the other way, he's looking for fast break. So the two guys left under the glass are Edie getting the rebound or insert Brandon Clark, insert whatever else, getting the rebound. And then they're kicking to Ja, and then Ja's either kicking to JJJ or running. And I think that's where the tempo and the uptick in possessions coupled with real basketball are saying two different things.
Yeah, I think if they, I almost feel like they're not asking him to rebound. If I think if they,
Right.
if you wanted to make a concerted effort to rebound more, I think he would. I think he could do that. I don't think that Jaren Jackson Jr. lacks the skill to grab rebounds. I just don't think they have him do that.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at on it too. All right, Nez, we have the Bam Q tag. We have the Josh Hart Q tag. We have Kawhi and some other dudes to draft. Who do you like? Josh Hart.
I do.
You like Josh Hart more than Bam tonight with the Q tag on a Brunson team?
Yeah, but do Bam.
Like, I think I genuinely prefer Bam in this situation instead of pairing Brunson and Hart. Their ceilings seem negatively correlated, unless they go to overtime.
I don't blame you for thinking that.
I think I would push up JB here. I'm not against taking Jaden McDaniels alongside Naz Reid. But I think I would take JB and or Jamal here, and I think I prefer JB.
Yeah, let's do Brown.
Like Jaylen Brown with a little bit of game correlation with Evan Mobley there, and I think he's more likely to play than Zinger is, and I think he'll push up if he got the green active and Zinger got the out tag, especially without Jrue Holiday.
Yeah, I think you would see him go in the 5th. Just knowing how I think drafters would double count that.
Luka, Jalen Brunson, Naz Reid, Evan Mobley, Bam Adebayo, and Jaylen Brown. 3 Q tags. A Naz Reid that we expect to move up. Jalen Brunson, who Nez loves in the pace-up spot to push up on the right-hand side of the board. So we get a little unique with the front end, and then we get, some upside Q tags at the back end. Seems to be kind of the norm right now.
Yeah, the 6th round getting more condensed.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, even for like a 10-game slate and stuff, like we've talked about this in the past, how like 6 rounds sometimes look bleaker than other ones because, you could tell yourself a story about these players being a tier above than when we look at, last night's 5-game slate, for instance, where it was like, fucking click KJ Simpson if you want to, if you think Melo's out. You know what I mean? Like that sort of thing. Yeah, I mean, Justin alluding to Mission Impossible, drafting a good team without a Q tag today. Like it's true. That is very, very true. T-Bear dropping the alpha. Wild horses. Knicks aren't playing together. They're definitely on blowout alert. Memphis is playing as one. All right. Heard it here first.
I love it. That's the alpha that we were waiting for.
That was the alpha. Okay, I'm taking a little look at what we're getting with some Phoenix stuff here because I wanted to see if we could get a little Tyus. Did I spell his name wrong? That's how you spell Tyus.
They might not have anything for him.
No Tyus Jones right now. They're shook. Yeah, it looks like they're holding out. Oh, there's Tyus. Why did I not get that? 7.5 assists.
7.5 dimes.
How's that feeling?
Gee, we're asking a lot of Mr. Jones here.
Second night back-to-back. Had 12 last night.
All right, let's do it.
Got the ball in his hand. And we're getting a little bit of spicy juice.
All right.
Check Kelly O rebounds. Kelly O. Splitting the slate wide
guys.
open. Deep dive call back there. Shout out to those of you who are still with us from the very first Spags NBA slate. That was a legendary one.
What a moment in time.
What a moment in time indeed. We're seeing very, very minuscule edges right now. Nez, I'm talking 4%ers and stuff like that, utilizing the market-based projections. Yeah, I mean, we're talking fractions of fantasy points right now. Although the Mobley one, points plus assists, is looking okay. Donovan Mitchell rebounds is looking okay. This is the market-based projection stuff on Unabated. So just evergreen reminder that another half an hour until their projections come out, and then I'll cook something up for the Discord there. But yeah, I don't know. Anything else you're feeling here? People are talking about
Check
Jaden
out
McDaniels and Naz Reid.
Yeah. Let's see what these guys look like.
Yeah, I think we were kind of in it with the Jaden McDaniels and Naz Reid stuff. These guys always steer me the wrong way. That's a shame. We're out here winning pick'ems, bro. And this is the number one NBA
Who's
player
these guys? Who? Point them out. Are these guys in the
point them
room
out
with us
by
right
name.
now?
Yeah, we're all looking for the guy. I don't know. I make
What's
quite a
Jaden
bit of money
McDaniels'
playing these
PRA?
games, dog. Jaden McDaniels PRA is in the 28.5. Not terrible. Seems a little on the high side, but not terrible.
Where's Keontae?
Old Keynote is not listed right now. We only have John Collins on the Utah side. Waiting on those Q tags by the sounds of it.
Nick has the right idea. We need to slide.
What's he got?
We got to slide Naz Reid points.
That's a good one. That is a good one. We could just make a little like double one here. Oh my god, you slide it to like 24 and a bit, and it's still like only like 1.29, you know?
That's why you got to slide further.
How high are we gonna slide to?
So how far will they take us? Dude, 30 Naz Reid points against the Jazz. We can do it.
All right. Tyus Jones on the assists and Naz Reid scoring 30 tonight. Not financial advice, but we can add this 60% profit boost to it. $100 max. There's also an NBA one. $100 max. Tyus Jones gets the assists, gets more of a handling role with the Beal out situation. Second night of a back-to-back, Booker not playing as many minutes, that sort of deal. Naz Reid is the guy you need in the BRs. He fills it up this evening against Utah. Use that boost on it, and we got ourselves a 14xer in the chat for the people.
Stew going.
We're absolutely cooking. Mobley dimes. Tatum and Hart triple doubles. Alexander threes. Shea threes.
I like the Mobley dimes. I would just probably go to fantasy points, though.
You like Mobley dimes, but you do fantasy points?
Yeah, Mobley fantasy points at 35.9. Like, I feel like this dude averages 40 fantasy points, and now we're in a competitive game. I like Mobley fantasy points a lot.
Is Zinger on the court good or bad for Mobley?
I mean, probably worse. I don't know that I would say it's bad, but
Sure.
if you were to say what's good, what's better, probably off the court.
Mm-hmm.
I would probably take a lower on something Halliburton.
Okay. Yeah, I'm good with that.
I would take a lower fantasy points on Halliburton.
All right. Let's do it. Let's double down on the hedge in the lobbies there. 41 and a bit. That's going to look a little scary to some people given his most recent box scores. Mobley did stink it up last time against the C's. Zinger owned him last time.
Well, then he's going to stink it up again, obviously.
All right, these two, and then playing the hits with a Naz Reid double-double. He got that double-double home for us last time out.
Naz Reid double-double. What is that? What is the multiplier on that?
I'm looking for it. 1.11. Is that a good enough price tag for you?
I think he gets it. I'd
be a little scared about the rebounds with Collins and Walker Kessler in. But that being said, yeah. I mean, this guy might just play 38 tonight and be all over the place. I love betting on a guy like Naz Reid. You know what I mean? Like, he's just a fucking hooper. Full-fledged hooper.
Yeah. I would throw my hat in the ring for a Josh Hart triple-double, too. 6x against Memphis. I've never seen
6x Josh Hart triple. Do you want to add it to this one, or do you think that's like too crazy?
If you want, but I like it with this.
Let's do it. We'll just lower the unit a little bit, and we'll have some fun. Your boy was ready to come in here and smash this thing with another Hondo bean. All right, this is nuts, and we can add a 50% profit boost to this, and get us up to 100x.
Let's go.
This makes me feel. Thanks, dude. This makes me feel alive. $50 for 5K right now. I'm fucking alive now, dude. I feel alive.
This is what it's all about.
This is when we start cooking in the lab, and we don't have the unabated projections yet. We don't whatever, and the boys are just vibes. It's Friday. We've been live for 2 hours. We got 230 people hanging out. Hit that like, hit the subscribe notification bell. Like, dude, we're just in the lab, like vibes and cooking right now. And when it just like feels right sometimes, you just, yeah, that makes me feel alive.
That's the one.
Lakers have officially submitted their injury report. We got Rui out as anticipated. Jackson Hayes, LeBron James, and Luka Doncic, aka Hookah Doncic, all listed as questionable. Yeah, the people in the chat are telling me some alpha right now. Luka birthday triple double. Where is it? 5.6. Josh Hart. Triple double. 100x. We've maxed it out. We're leaving EV on the table by doing that. We can't do it.
Still gonna run it?
No. We're gonna run it with Naz Reid. They took away points from us. They took away points, guys.
I think you just have to refresh after you do the slider.
Oh, okay. We slid it so far that we broke it off of the site.
Yeah, you have to
took it off the market.
Yeah, here's what you have to do. I got you if you want to figure out how to play Luka and Josh Hart triple double and get your multiplier.
Okay, we're gonna run it twice. Naz Reid, 26.5. Not going all the way up. No, what am I doing here? 25. No. There we go. 50. There we go. Got to get that into the triple digits there. Dude, Luka on his birthday triple dubs. Not financial advice, but that's fun. That is fun. Klingod too. Klingod, that's fun too. And where? Embiid's done for the year. No way.
All right, are you ready for this?
I am ready for this.
Luka triple-double.
Yep.
Then type in Nas Reed.
Never heard of him. Dude, they might have taken this away from us. Oh, there it is. No.
You didn't. You just have to refresh.
Okay. Nas Reed.
And then
Nas Reed what, though? The suspense.
Well, I'm going to help you.
Okay.
Click on the slider on PRA.
Yep.
29.
Oh, going down.
And then do Josh Hart triple-double.
Josh Hart. Triple-double. And now we get to 145x. Okay.
You're welcome.
Dude, this is fun. 25 gets you 3,600. Dude, these are absolute shooting the moon Friday fun times. Sharp as fuck.
That's the
sharp, buddy. There it is. That's how you get it. That's how you game the system. Nez is out here ahead of the curve. Okay, I want to see what this official news nugget on Embiid looks like before we log off.
All I see is out for season. I didn't see
from Shams.
I just saw it on Unabated and via. There it is.
Yeah.
Simply put,
Philadelphia's
out for the season.
Out for the season. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Actually, I didn't tell you this. So the physio that I've been going to for my knee is a guy that I grew up playing with, right? And now he's got a really good practice and whatever. And I don't pay him. I just go hang out in the back and do my own thing. And he just comes by and like gives me a little bit of, what up or this sort of thing. And I was doing the stuff that he was telling me to do the other day. And, I'm doing the stretches and doing this sort of thing. He goes, how's the knee even feeling? I was like, dude, it's so bad. Like it hurts so much through here and through here. And he's like, he dead ass looks me in the eyes. Like no joke. He knows I'm deep in the weeds in the sports stuff. He goes, are you familiar with Joel Embiid's knee situation? And I go, get the fuck out of here, bro. Don't you dare. And then and he said it like, Embiid. Dude, he said it like deadpan serious. And then he burst out laughing. And I was like, oh man, that was alarming to hear from a dude with credentials for a half second.
That's you, dude. You're out for the season.
Oh man. So bad. Booker over assists or higher assists, like that's a kind of like a pivot off the Tyus thing we did. Yeah. Yeah, dude. I think that was solid. I think we cooked. I think I'll drop another something in the Discord there for the people. No Unabated show after this, guys. That will be on Monday now. So we'll pivot you guys to that one on Monday. If you guys didn't see, we did NFL yesterday. Go back, check that out. I know it's peak drafting season with the combine. I was actually watching a little bit of Davis, yesterday's Davis or Wednesday's Davis stream, and then a little bit of ship chasing there from Pete and Pat yesterday. There, actually, they were debating if it's Pete and Pat or Pat and Pete within their show. But yeah, I was watching a little bit of that, and it was funny. Yeah, his feet.
It just rolls off the tongue. There's no hierarchy there. I'm just explaining how words work in the English language. Pete and Pat sounds. It's just, yeah.
But
Pete and Pat.
But in theory, you're supposed to use the alphabetical and the shorter first. So like Pat comes ahead of Pete in the dictionary or in the in the alphabet, and then it's shorter as well. Anyways, I agree with you. Anyways, it was funny to see them arrive at like similar builds to us, even though like we were kind of overlapping in stream window, so neither had seen each other, and they did what we did with the hey, we got multiple outs to Stafford now, and then we get a report today that it looks like Stafford's going to re-sign with the Rams and do what's necessary to restructure and stay. So it's pretty funny that they had the same sentiment with that. Yeah, but then there was three other dinger drafts.
Good about our process.
Yeah, sure does, right? We're still part of the cabal even when we take a couple days off here. But yeah, guys, hit that like and subscribe, please. Consider becoming a member. Lowly price of $5. You get 4 extra shows this week. Our 9th show will be airing this evening. Everybody's favorite nose strip Nez, just Friday night vibes and drafting dingers, drafting dances, drafting whatever Nez damn well sees fit there. Yeah, anything else to add, Ness?
No, I'll see you in the remaining lobbies. This contest is filling very, very fast. So I gotta go ahead and get in there. I'm getting my hair cut soon too. So I gotta
Ooh.
cram these in. I scheduled a haircut way too close to lock, like an idiot. So
Well,
not
hey,
good.
let me remind you, evergreen conversation here, Nez. Don't be the guy on his phone during the haircut. That's a bad look. It's a bad look. You gotta be the guy. You gotta be the guy who's participating. He's talking. He's chatting it up in the barber shop. That's what life's about, man. All these kids these
My
days, these
my barber
millennials.
speaks Spanish. I got nothing to say to him.
Talk about baseball. A couple líneas. Oh
This is
man. All right.
Caminero, buddy.
That's so funny. All right, Nez, let's dive on it there. Best of luck to everybody. We cooked up some fun pick'ems there. I will cook up some more serious ones with the unabated projections when they come out. I'll drop them in the Discord for people there, and we'll be back, or I'll be back on Monday. Nez will be back this evening for No Strip. Nez there. Yeah, on behalf of the good people at Underdog and Unabated, everybody's favorite time on the show. The end. Peace.